So I had to bring it out like real smooth and sexy. No, I ain't finna be dedicating no songs for Valentine's Day, Sweetie's Day, or nothing like that. The octaves ain't finna drop. The artist that we get ready to bring up in a second doesn't know because this is their first time here. But you know, we have to have certain things to set the mood. Sometimes we have some hip hop beats and all that stuff. But you actually are a very diverse artist. But I was sitting here, and everybody that knows me knows that I got a crush on Coapole. Yeah, I said her name, Coapole. Coapole is like so fine to me.
Okay.
She is, man. Have you ever heard of her, Keith?
I don't know who that is.
Coapole made a song called Closer. And it was talking about Closer to Your Dream. This really, really dope song. And our guest that's right here, like, I really feel like how dope she is. This music bed fits what she's doing. So without further ado, man, it's Fusion Radio, Brian Stetson, YTS Keys, and in the studio with us, man, for the first time and everything, man. Let me run down all that she do, man. I hope y'all don't get exhausted when I start saying how dope she is. She's a rapper, she's a singer, she's a writer, she's a designer, and she's the co-owner of Looks and Style right here in Chicago. Who am I talking about? My girl, Crystal Lejeune, man.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Super excited about having you here and all that stuff. So, our listeners, man, you know, or whatsoever, man, they always are excited for the guests, man. And I want you to break down to them the type of artist that you are and just what you bring to the table. And then we'll get into like the business entrepreneur efforts too inside of this interview.
Well, I think I'm everybody's favorite artist. I feel like, you know, the young people, the old people, everybody in between can enjoy my music. It's not like just for one age group or one particular group of people. I feel like it's for everybody. So, yeah, I do hip hop, soul. I don't know. I kind of like other people to tell me what they think. You know, I could say anything, but I'm a soul artist. I'll say that.
For sure, man. First off, I just want to welcome you to Fusion Radio with this being your first time. And
Thank
then,
you.
so, you know, with this being your first time, you know, we introducing ourselves like that, you feel me? Just for the people out here that's like, this their first time ever hearing about you and stuff like that. Let's talk about your name first, you feel me? So how did you eventually come up with Crystal Lejeune as your artist name?
Well, it's funny. I went to an event that one of my friends told me to go to because I was just trying to get out there as far as an artist. And a guy asked me what my artist name was, and I didn't really even think about that at the time. And I was like, Dad, what's going to be my artist name? And so I went home and I thought about it. And so I didn't want to be a little this or a little that or anything. I wanted to keep it as real as possible, so I decided to use my real name, which is Crystal Lejeune. Lejeune is my middle name, so yeah, I was just want to embrace the true self. So, yeah, I use my real name.
Okay. So talk to me about the whole music thing, though, because with me being an artist myself, I know it's like, it's not really like something that's like you force yourself to do it in some type of way. It's kind of like something end up happening in your life, or you get to a certain point where you just get real connected to music in some type of way. So what was it for you? Like that really brought you to the point where you was like, okay, I want to be an artist?
Well, honestly, I've always wanted to be an artist from being a little girl. My dad, my family, everyone sings or plays some type of instrument or something in my family. So music was always around me. And honestly, I always wanted to like prove to my dad that I could sing real good. So, it's always been in me. As far as pursuing it professionally, it was just something that I felt like I needed to do. I just could not do it. And then especially how the music, everything was going, it was getting a little bit easier to record than it was back in the day, you know. So I was like, let me give this a try. And I was received pretty well by the people, so that kind of encouraged me to keep going too. So that's pretty much how it started. But yeah, I've always wanted to do music.
Okay, so it was something that I heard that you said when you was answering that last question. You said in the beginning, it started off in some type of way as like you just trying to pull yourself to your father as far as like that you could really do this as far as like singing and stuff like that. So like, what made you really feel like you had to specifically prove it to him though?
Because he was like the greatest singer to me. And he used to sing at everybody's wedding. And he was just a great singer. So I always wanted to be a great singer and let him know I could sing. Like, you know, he was just like, oh, yeah, okay, you can sing. You know, but it wasn't nothing. He was like, oh, yeah, Chris, oh, yeah, that's really good. You know, so it was like, okay, can I really sing? Or is he just, you know, whatever. But, yeah.
Also,
It's a funny story, though, actually, how I actually started singing, like making my own songs. But y'all want to hear that story?
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, because I knew how to sing, I felt I knew how to sing. I always sang other people's songs. So I didn't know if I had my own voice, because whenever I sang a song, I would sing it however the artist would sing it. So I felt like I was, like, I guess, good at impersonating sounds and stuff, you know. So I was like, well, the only way I'm going to know if I have my own voice is if I write my own song and sing it, because I can't sing it like nobody else but myself. So I did that, and that's pretty much how I came up with my voice, which I already had, but it just let me know that I had my own voice. And yeah, that was pretty much the story on how I started, you know, writing my own songs to sing. I used to rap, but not sing.
So, like, let's go back to the whole song singing and all that stuff and everything. Keith's laughing because Keith know where I'm getting ready to go with this. You remember any of them people's songs you used to sing? And if you could, like, give us a little sample of that a cappella, you know what I'm saying? A couple of lines or something, you know?
Oh, my God.
He famous for that.
He really
put
did
people on
that.
the spot.
Oh, my goodness.
It's all right if you don't. It's all
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? It's just, I feel the viewers, you know what I'm saying, and the listeners are just like, man, I know y'all finna play some music, but, you know, people be loving when y'all be singing a cappella
my
or
God.
rapping something just off the dome. They love that.
Okay. Well, you know what? Actually, it's like, I used to sing a lot of, like, Whitney Houston and Anita Baker songs and stuff like that, but...
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
and Stephanie Mills and stuff like that. Oh, my God. Like, dang, I'm trying to think, what song should I sing? I like Lauryn Hill, too, growing up.
Yeah. I don't know why when you said Anita Baker, what came to mind was Body and Soul. I don't know why. Was Body and Soul one of the ones that you
Well,
sang?
no, I didn't sing that one too
You
much.
didn't sing. Okay.
No. But yeah, like even now, I open up some of my shows with like a little Lauryn Hill cover too. So
What by Lauryn Hill?
I do the Ready or Not.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Yes, we do. We absolutely do.
Oh
Give
my
us
God.
some.
All right. All right. I still hear music in the back. I'm singing over her. Okay, here we go. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me. You can't run away from these styles I got, oh baby. Hey baby, 'cause I got a lot, oh yeah. Anywhere I go, I'm gonna kill the show, oh baby. Hey baby, and I'm fly, I can't deny it, oh no.
Now you see why I had you do that? Because I knew you was finna kill that.
Oh, thank you.
I knew it.
I had to add my own little piece to the end.
See, that's when you know you dope. When you can do something like that. He's got that in him.
Oh, wow.
He got it in
Sure.
him. He got that in him,
I
man.
ain't got it like that, but I got a little something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So let's go back to songwriting and all that stuff. Take us through your songwriting process when you're creating your music.
Well, I started writing poetry first, so it's pretty much the same. Like, older cousin of mine, she's a extraordinary poet, and I pretty much wanted to be like her as far as the writing goes. So used to try to make it everything the best as possible. But it's just like writing poetry, or just talking about how I feel. So that's pretty much the process. I feel something and I write it down. Yep. Honestly, sometimes now, especially because of the way music is going, I get beats, a lot of beats. But when I first started out, I used to just write a cappella and then try to put it to the music. But now I'm actually writing to the music, get the music first and then I write. So it comes out differently, but it just depends. It just depends on how I feel.
All right, so like I got to big up two people. It wouldn't be right if I didn't do this. That are important part, I feel, of your movement. One, we had him down here, Fitz P. Theo, really dope hip hop artist that you guys did a song together with.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna give them a sample and a taste of that. So we got a double play of Crystal Lejeune. One Crystal by herself, and then one with Fitz P. Theo. So I feel like we got to come back with the Fitz P. Theo and you, because this next song is very emotional. It's a song that I'm going to say is dedicated to not just your friend, but your dad also, who you lost. So the name of the song is Life Goes On. I remember hearing it and just remembering at that time, thinking about just various people that are no longer with us that, I'm sure are looking at us from above, rooting us on, telling us don't give up in whatever our dreams are in. And so I want you to tell us, the thought process in putting this song together and, just anything else that you feel is irrelevant before we get into it.
Well, this particular song was written about my best friend. We had been best friends since we was 12 years old, and it was just so much built up emotion. I didn't really know any other way to kind of release it in a healthy way, because it was like I was angry. It was just like a lot of different emotions. So I wanted to write, but at one point I couldn't even write anything. It was just like, I don't know. And then I heard I was in the studio. Shout out to Seven Lee. I was in the studio in the Mad Lab, and we were listening to some tracks, and I heard the song, and then immediately just was like, this is it right here. I think this is the one I need this one. And everything just came out that way. My father hadn't passed at that particular time when I wrote that song. So, but it was crazy because my best friend was telling me how much my dad meant to her too. He was an important part of her life as well. So yeah. But he hadn't passed at that time. So it was more about just releasing all of that built up hurt and anger and sadness about my best friend passing. So, yeah.
We're about to jump into it. It's the super talented, man, Crystal Lejeune, man. She's in the building. Life Goes On. Followed up by that joint with Fizz P. Theo and her, man. It's really dope, man. It's Fusion Radio, Brian Stinson, YTS Keys.
My best friend, my sister, my rider. Never have I ever had a friend like you. From the day we met, our bond was unbreakable. We spoke a language no one understood but us. My life is forever changed. Thank you for being my person. I love you, Tanisha Danielle Redden, forever and forever and forever until the end of time. And there is no such thing. It's until infinity and beyond, baby. Yeah.
The moment it happened, my life changed. Yo, it's different, it'll never be the same. True colors showing, already knowing what we've been through. You know I got you, over here, over there, it was always clear. You was always near. You're more than my best friend, you my sister. You know I'm really gonna miss you. Thanking, drinking. When I heard the news, I thought I was gonna lose my mind. Never thought I'd live without you, but I know now I'm gonna have to. Drinking, gotta know that I'm gonna need some time. They say life goes on, but it's so different without you. They say life goes on, but it's so different without you. The moment it happened, my life changed. Yo, it's different, it'll never be the same. Yo, it's been so hard to deal with, and nobody understands how I feel. Every day I'm still weeping, losing a lot of weight, ain't been eating. Not my best friend, why my sister? You know I'm really gonna miss you. Thanking, drinking. When I heard the news, I thought I was gonna lose my mind. Never thought I'd live without you, but my life changed. Everything's different, it'll never be the same. True colors showing, already knowing what we've been through. It don't matter where you at, you know I got you. Over here, over there, it was always clear, you was always near. You my best friend, better yet, you my sister. You know I'm really gonna miss you, G. I'm like, man, but it had to be you. Got me puffed up, I don't know what to do. Crying all the time, can't believe it's true. I wish I had more time just to kick it with you. I did it, I was mad, I was sad, I was hurt. Seeing you in pain only made me feel worse. Yo, we always stand to the dirt, but this is tragic. Seeing my best friend in the casket, nah. They say life goes on, but it's so different without you. They say life goes on, but it's so different without you. They say life goes on, but it's so different without you. They say life goes on, but it's different without you.
So I told y'all what the name of that record was, but I want to come back before we play this next record because this record right here, I absolutely love it. Dope collaboration, Fizz P. Theo, Crystal LeJune. This one is entitled Crush. This is on that booed up type situation right here, man. This Fusion Radio, Brian Stinson, YTS Keys, man. Feel good hip hop in your ears.
Yes. Sick life, you know. Baby, I know you know I got a little crush. You give me some of your time, it ain't enough. Already knowing you in a different kind of stuff. Shucks, time really flies, see my time is up. Time for the money, there's always time for us. Get back to your side, fucking with your tough. I can't get a break, wasn't born with a cake. Trying to save face, what make it way worse, we in two different places. I'm loyal like the soil, tell me can you keep the faith? Or are you notorious like Ginger McGee? They leave soon as the glory, missing animal cruelty after me, for I ignored them. Sort of wicked, I was never bold, just Nick ain't you. And I deal with very few, that's what this much gang do. I be chilling out, maxing, relaxing how I do what I got in mind on the fatty and you. Plus, you more than sex symbol, you resemble my cold sweat, honey. It's funny, but you do. You keep me at a mode in a whole different groove. If you didn't, now you know. We locked, we in tune, we there like dry glue. Baby, we the mold. I just wanna let you know there's nothing could ever blow this. I know you know I got a little crush. You give me some of your time, it ain't enough. Already knowing you in a different kind of stuff. Shucks, time really flies, see my time is up. Time for the money, there's always time for us. Get back to your side, fucking with your tough. Tough.
A wise man once told me, everything you looking for is looking for you, babe. And it's true, so you know that I'm smiling. I've been digging you for a while, and I'm glad that you digging me too, boo. Don't wanna scare you with I've been through, but it's real in the feel, and I feel I can heal with you. So don't let me down, I think I'm on the right track. Loyalty ain't a question, I got your back, flying side. I take pride in everything that I do, that include me and you, cause we cool. So don't worry about it, sweetheart. Just know I got that splat right here. Yeah, this that right here. So let's spill and get this money. At the bank, ain't it funny? Yeah, we laughed all the way, honey. Life sweet like the beat, lovely. Just know we locked in tune. We got a whole different groove.
Baby, I know you know I got a little crush. You give me some of your time, it ain't enough. Already knowing you in a different kind of stuff. Shucks, time really flies, see my time is up. Time for the money, there's always time for us. Get back to your side, fucking with your tough. Baby, I know you know I got a little crush. You give me some of your time, it ain't enough. Already knowing you in a different kind of stuff. Shucks, time really flies, see my time is up. Time for the money, there's always time for us. Get back to your side, fucking with your tough.
Can I just do his part? Baby, I my boy, man. That
Yes.
showcases dopeness from you and from the homie Fitz P. Theo, man. And love that record, man. So talk to me about working with Fitz and like the whole video, because it's a visual for that.
It is. Actually, I really love working with Fitz. He is so much fun to work with, and he is really creative. And it's like, you know, he inspires me to kind of, you know, move a little faster. Like, he'll be in the studio and he'll write something right then and there. Like, for me, honestly, I like to go home and sit on it for a minute. And, you know, I always admire artists who can go in the studio and just write, you know, hear something and come up with something great still at the same time. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I love working with Fitz. He makes everything exciting. He's super duper cool. I love him.
So,
Yep.
talk to me about that flow though, because it's like one thing I like when it comes to like people doing features and stuff like that. Like one artist might come in one type of way, but then the second artist, I love when the second artist come in with a whole different flow, but it still match the tempo of the song and like what's going on though. Like it don't take from the song though. So like just talk to us about like your whole mindset as far as that verse and like what you was trying to accomplish and what you was trying to say in that verse.
Well, basically, how it came about is, you know, he had the song and he sent it to me and I listened to it and I just listened to it over and over again so that I could kind of get the vibe that he was coming with, because I always like to compliment too. It's just like, you know, for me, I feel like words or sounds or whatever, they all, you know, need to go together, even though. So, yeah, I was just like listening to what he was saying and trying to basically respond to him in the second verse, you know what I'm saying? So that it would seem like it was done together, which it was done together, but you get what I'm saying. So I just wanted to match what he was saying so that it would make sense, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much how it was. I was just listening to it and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I like this. Let me respond to him in this song. So that's how it happened.
I ain't gonna lie though, y'all was doing y'all thing though.
Thank you.
I wish it was another verse on there.
That's one of my favorites too. Like, honestly, that's one of my favorite new songs that I got is with Fitz. And we have some more treats coming really, really soon. Like, I'm excited to get those out there to you guys too. So yeah,
So
look out.
I wanted to save someone because I mentioned two people, and I know people thinking, man, he don't know how to add. He only mentioned one name. No, I saved the other person on purpose for this end, and that is the homie Seven Lee.
Yeah.
Seven Lee knows how I feel about him, man. Incredible when it comes to the production, the beats,
yeah.
and all that stuff,
Oh,
man. And you know, brother, man, I'm looking forward to that day when we can sit down and have you in the studio, man, and like pick your brain from a production standpoint and, you know, play some of them beats that you got, man, and everything on the air so people can hear that great production that you have and everything. So talk to me about working with Seven Lee. How fun is that?
Well, Seven Lee he's real chill. Like, he's a real chill type of guy. He's not like super, you know, over the top excited like how maybe, you know, other people may be. Like, maybe Fitz is a lot funnier. But Seven Lee is real chill. And I just like his vibe, you know what I mean? His music is amazing. He got so many different types of, you know, it's just like, I guess it's whatever you're feeling at the moment. But I really enjoy working with him. He's helped me grow as far as making my songs, my new music and everything. All of my new stuff is pretty much with him. So I'm super duper grateful because he pretty much is a one-stop shop. He does everything. So I'm excited. I'm excited to work with him because he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing.
For sure. That's what I'm talking about, man. So I want to kind of go back a little bit though and talk about Life Goes On. So when I was listening to the song, you know, as an artist, I could like point out certain things as far as like, especially when you already broke down the song before we played it. Mm-hmm. So I got a whole different vibe than what I thought I was going to get at first. Not saying like I thought I was going to get an over dramatic, like super sad song, like, cause it definitely had meaning to it and I understood what you were saying, but it's like with the beat choice and like the cadence of it, like it wasn't that type of like, you didn't get that type of vibe out listening to the beat. So what was your whole like mind frame behind that though? Like, why did you switch it up? Cause you know, usually when somebody talks about like people that they lost and stuff like that, they pick more of a slower, more like sad kind of type of beat. You feel me? But you
Yeah.
picked a more up tempo, like you really going type of beat. So like, what was the whole mind frame behind that?
Well, honestly, it's funny that you say that because everybody say that, especially if they see the song and they know the situation. And then when they hear it, they be like, whoa, I was not expecting that. I really didn't want to do a super duper sad sounding song only because, I just needed to be up and moving. And I felt so much emotion. It was like, it wasn't slowing. It was full of energy. So how I was feeling was full of energy. So that's what I was saying when I heard that beat. I was like, this is it. And then plus, you know how everybody say life goes on, life goes on. I was getting angry when people were saying that to me because I was just like, yeah, life does go on, but things are going to be completely different. So that was another how I even came up with those words. It was just like, it just stuck in my head, like, yeah. So yeah, it was full of energy, full of emotion. So I couldn't really do a slow, sad song, not like that. But honestly, I couldn't even listen to it after I recorded it. For a while, I would cry. Even when we shot the video, I couldn't even watch it. I think I may have watched it maybe twice or 3 times just to check it out and see if it was okay. But I couldn't even watch it. So today I was able to listen to it without crying. So I'm getting a little stronger here.
At the same time, though, I definitely get what you mean by that, though. But at the same time, though, like, that's the best music, though. You feel me? Because in some type of way, even though I could hear that it was a different cadence and, like, it's not that type of tempo that I thought, I still got the message, though. I still heard the pain. I still heard I miss my friend. I still felt all that in the song, though. So it's like, it still gave off the right message, though. So it wasn't nothing wrong with it. It's just, it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. A lot of people expected something different, like slower or maybe even sadder. I mean, yeah, they did. So I'm glad to give them a surprise. You know what I mean?
But in some type, like, at the same time, doesn't that reflect your friend too, though, at the same time?
It do, because that's her all day long. She is like, we'll be dancing. We'll be crying, but we'll be dancing at the same time. Like, even like, on her last days, we danced. Like, she couldn't even get out the bed, but we was lit. You know what I'm saying? That's just her. That's how she was. So it does fit. It does. I didn't even think about that till you just mentioned it. But you're right. That's her all day long. Like, okay, you could cry, but get up, dance it off or something. So yeah, that's cool.
See, that was her. That was that spirit moving through you when you was making that song. See, no, girl, I don't want no sad song. I don't make no sad song about me. I need something turned up so I could dance through up here.
For real.
For sure, man. So, like, outside of all the things that you've been doing, like, as far as your career, like, what's some things that you're proud of, though, as far as, like, that stick out to you? Like, okay, I'm glad this happened in my career so far.
Oh my goodness. So, one of the things I'm really, really excited that I was able to do was go on like a tour to, I went to Cayman Island. I performed in Cayman Island. I performed in Negril, Jamaica. And I was like one of the biggest crowds I ever performed in front of. And it was very, very intimidating. But I did it. And, if you know the Jamaican culture, like music is really, really like a really super duper part of like everything that they do. And they are highly critical, you know what I'm saying? And if they like you, you pretty much cool. You did.
Got it.
So they received me really well because I don't do reggae music. Like, I can do some reggae covers and stuff like that. I really do move around in the Jamaican community a lot. So, a lot of them know me. But I don't do reggae music. I do hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So for them to embrace me and allow me to come and perform on their stages and stuff like that, that's something that I really, truly appreciate. And, yeah, I don't take it for granted at all. But, yeah, that was something that was really, really super duper special, and I'm super proud of that. And just everything. Honestly, I'm just glad that people are receiving my music so well because I know how it feels to be an artist, trying to get out here. So when people receive it well, it just makes me feel good. And then also, I've done a lot of things with different people from other countries. So I'm proud of that. You know, I do a lot of stuff with Polish people, like Italian rappers. I done did stuff with other people that speak other languages. So I'm excited about that too, because it's like crossing over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm excited about everything I do. But those are some of the things that really, really stuck out to me. You know, just being able to travel. Even like my first time even going to New York, it was I was invited to perform. So it was like my first time going to New York, first time performing out of town. So my music is just really helping me grow and do things and travel different places, even in Chicago. I didn't even go on the north side, nowhere. I was just, you know how it is. You from the south side, you be on the south side. But then when I started doing music, I got me out west, I'm up north, I'm all over. So yeah, I'm just excited about everything.
So I want to build on that excitement. I say this for last and everything. And that's, man, number one, you having an interest in being a designer, that birthing you actually becoming a co-owner of your own store. So talk to me, take me back to where did the interest for designing, because you fly in the studio. You got your green going on and all that stuff. I see you, and you supporting the home team. They played last night in the in-game tournament.
You already know. It's Bulls all day long. It don't matter. It don't even matter if they won. It's Bulls all day long. Chi-Town.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm a diehard fan. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We gonna win sometime. We gonna lose sometime. But I'm here. But yeah, as far as the design goes, same thing. I've been doing this since I was a little girl. I've always been like a creative person, like making stuff, sewing buttons on all my clothes, or hot gluing rhinestones or bows on my socks. I've always been creative. So, but actually, how I really started making like clothing and jewelry, when we opened it'll be 11 years.
Whoa,
No, actually,
wait a
it'll be
minute.
12 years.
Wait a minute. Hold the presses for real. Clap it up for
Thank you.
that.
Yeah.
Man.
Thank you so much. It'll be 12 March 17th. So yeah, when we first opened, what happened was people used to come in the store and ask me, "Did you make this? Did you make this?" And I used to have to say no, because I didn't make anything. And so I just got tired of saying no. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to figure out something. I'm gonna have to make something. So when somebody come in and ask me, "Did you make this?" I can say, at least I made something. And that's pretty much what sparked the idea for me to make a few things. And then also, you know, when you're a beginning small business, you know, all the profit goes back into the business. And so I needed to come up with something to pay myself. So I started, you know, making my own things out of just like recycled denim, leather, just different things that I had around the house, so I didn't have to buy any materials. So I was just trying to keep my costs as low as possible so I could really see a really nice profit. And that's pretty much how it started. I'm a licensed barber and braid stylist, so I was doing that in the location as well. But like I was saying, like everything had to go back into the business so that we could stay open. And gratefully, we are still here almost 12 years later. So, you know, it's a process, but that's pretty much how the design thing started. Me just wanting to create my own income and let the store pretty much support itself.
All right, so I want to pick your brain or what's some fashion and styles that you got people coming in there that you can't keep in the store that you like, man, every time I get something, it's always gone.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I got on like one of the sweaters. I do like a lot of denim and a lot of distressed stuff like that. I cut up a lot of t-shirts, sweaters, sweatshirts, and so those are some of the things that I can't keep in the store. Like everybody loves my sweaters, my cut up sweaters and my cut up sweatshirts and all of the little designs that I cut. So those are some of the things that I can't keep in the store right now. And then I also make a lot of leather and denim earrings. They love my denim. They love my denim accessories. So, yeah, I can't keep those.
Wow, that's a good thing.
Yes, I'm not
good
mad.
thing.
I'm
That's
not
a
mad
good
at
thing.
all. I'm not mad. I'm looking forward to maybe one day having somebody else create it for me, though. Mass production. But at the moment, it's all hands-on, so everything that you guys get is something that I personally touched myself, so it makes it extra special.
So, you know, I definitely got to do two things. One thing is let us know where we can definitely come and patronize the store.
Yes.
and business hours and all that stuff.
Okay, so the name of the store is Looks and Style. We're located 332 East 75th Street in Chicago. My hours are Tuesday through Saturday. I'm open 11 to 7 on Tuesday through Friday. Saturday, I'm closing at 8 p.m. So, and we're closed on Sundays and Mondays.
For sure. And you definitely got to give us the social media and stuff like that so they can check out that good music.
So it's Crystal Lejeune, everything pretty much. So the way you spell my name is CrystalLajeune. And that's on pretty much everything. Twitter, or what it used to be called Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Wherever you're looking for me, if you type in Crystal Lejeune, you'll find me.
I don't know why when you said used to be Twitter, I thought about all the things that it used to be, like how the White Sox Stadium is called Guaranteed Rate Field. That used to be called U.S. Cellular. That used to be called Comiskey Park.
It used to be.
How the Sears Tower is now the Willis Tower, but we still calling it the Sears
Yes,
Tower.
we do.
We still calling that Twitter. So you can say it's Twitter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a minute before we could, because I think it's called, is it called X now?
Yeah, it's called X.
Yeah. And I was wondering, because I seen it pop up on my phone, and I was like, I'm thinking, like, what is this? I was like, what was I looking at? Like, why is this popping up on my phone? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It was different for me. I was looking for Twitter and couldn't find it. Oh, man, where's Twitter at? The whole time it was that. Oh,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, we talked about the interview before the interview. And I showed you how I think the world of you from an artist standpoint, from what you do, all your other gifts. And, you know, I told you that this interview was about celebrating the greatness in you. And I want, you know, as I said to you, for you to take this story to all these other wonderful platforms that we have out here, digital, terrestrial, and everything, podcasts, and share with them what you're doing. Because when people hear your music, it's going to have the same impact that it had on me. When they find out that you're a designer, you own your own store, and that you've been around for 12 years, it makes in 2024, there's going to be a lot of smiles on people's faces.
Thank you so much. I really, really, truly appreciate it. I do. I really do. Thank you.
So we got one last song to feature your greatness. It's entitled How.
Yes.
Talk to me about how.
Well, you know, I do wear several hats. People always say, you do everything. How do you do it? And so that's pretty much how that song came about. Just talking about how I get things done, pretty much.
I like that. Next time I got somebody that asks me, you know, man, B, how do you get up at 3 a.m. and then you work 3 stations and then you come and do an afternoon show on Saturday? I'm gonna be like, I got a record for you.
Yes.
Crystal Lejeune, how?
Yes, that's it. That's the
That's
one.
gonna be my anthem right there.
Yes.
How? All right, we got more on Fusion Radio in a second, man. It's Brian Stinson, YTS Keys, and the super talented Crystal Lejeune, man, with How in your ears.
Wondering how, yeah, they wanna know how, yeah, they wondering how, yeah, they wanna know how, yeah, they wondering how, yeah, they wanna know, yeah. They wonder how I be doing it, mainly it's how I be viewing it, and I be constantly pursuing it, not too much talking, be moving it, no matter how you construing it, all my moves major, no minor shit, love when they doubt, I be proving it. Fuck what they heard, niggas soft shit. Original, I don't copy. Many have tried, but can't stop me. High self-esteem. Haters be cocky. When they realize they can't fly me, they wanna hop on the team. Roll with the greens. They recognize I'm the queen now. The realest you ever seen. Wow, they can't believe how. It's just little bitty on me now. How you be doing it? 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 They wonder how I be doing it, mainly because I just do it. And every day I pursue it. If it ain't working, improve it. If it I renew it. If it don't fit, I remove it. Never by force, do it smooth. I ain't got nothing to lose. Yo, it's whatever I choose. I make the rules, boo. Already knew. Original, I don't copy. They tried to stop me. I had a dream. I'ma show you what I seen. They can't flop me. They won't hop on my team. Yeah, roll with the greens. They recognize I'm the queen. The realest you ever seen. They can't believe how it's just little bitty old me. Fuck do you mean? Wow. How you be doing it? 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 They wanna know how, yeah. They wondering how, yeah. They wanna know how, yeah. They wondering how, yeah. They wanna know how, yeah. They wondering how, yeah. They wanna know.